When people first find out that Juju Unni is already 50, most have the same reaction. It just can't be. She has a toned body, ease of movement, fresh skin, and the energy that many lose after 30. But the most interesting thing is that she doesn't live in a regime of endless prohibitions, doesn't go on extreme diets, and has never had plastic surgery. Her appearance is not magic or a genetic lottery. This is the result of habits that imperceptibly either rejuvenate a person every day or vice versa, accelerate aging. And in this video, we will analyze the principles of Juju Unni, which you can really take into your life to preserve youth, health, and energy for longer. Therefore, watch it to the end. It will be very interesting and useful. So, let's get started. First of all, it's worth noting that her body looks strong. Not just thin, but strong and alive. And that's a huge difference. Many people start losing muscle mass after 40, even if their weight doesn't change much. Because of this, the body becomes flabby, posture deteriorates, back pain appears, and metabolism slows down. Juju spends a lot of time in the gym, that's why. Not for the sake of the numbers on the scales, and for the sake of body quality. And what's important is that she's not chasing some crazy workouts. The basis of her approach is regularity. Basic exercises, simulators, weight management, simple movements that strengthen the whole body. This is a very important point. People often think that youth is cardio until you lose your pulse or endless marathons. But after 40, strength training is much more important to the body. Muscles are one of the main factors of longevity. If a person wants to look younger, the first thing to do is stop being afraid of strength training. You don't have to go into heavy bodybuilding right away. Even 2 to 3 workouts a week are already starting to change the body. Squats, deadlifts, bench presses, back, buttocks, and body exercises are literally an investment in how you will look in 10 to 20 years. Juju also does a lot of weight management, and this gives the body a natural mobility because you can be visually thin, but at the same time move like a tired person. And you can move easier at 50 than many at 25. The mobility of the body plays a huge role here. Therefore, it is useful to add the usual movements, lunges, planks, pull-ups with elastic bands, push-ups, balance exercises. Another habit Juju has that many people underestimate is that she walks a lot. And this is one of the most underrated secrets of youth. Walking is not just a light activity. It is a powerful anti-aging tool. It improves blood circulation, helps control sugar levels, reduces stress, and literally keeps blood vessels young. But the most interesting thing is that walking also affects the face. Yes, it sounds strange, but a sedentary lifestyle worsens microcirculation, which causes the skin to become dull and tired faster. And regular movement makes the face visually fresher. Therefore, sometimes the problem is not in expensive cosmetics, but in the fact that a person hardly moves. It is a very useful habit to walk for at least 10 to 15 minutes after eating. This helps not only digestion, but also energy levels. Many people feel constantly tired precisely because of sugar spikes and a sedentary lifestyle. Juju spends a lot of time outdoors, and this is also more important than it seems. Modern people are almost constantly inside the premises, at home, in the car, in the office, in shopping malls. The body literally stops getting normal contact with nature and daylight. And this directly affects hormones, sleep, and even the rate of aging. Fresh air is not the romance of motivational videos. This is biology. When a person is outside regularly, especially in the morning, they produce melatonin better at night. The dream is getting deeper. It is during sleep that the body recovers the most. By the way, one of the things that really helps you look younger is quality sleep. And Juju clearly belongs to people who understand its value. because no amount of cosmetics will save a person who chronically does not get enough sleep. During sleep, the skin, nervous system, energy levels, and hormonal balance are restored. If a person constantly goes to bed at 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, the body begins to age faster. A very useful habit is to turn off the bright lights and the phone an hour before bedtime. It's trivial, but it's with such things that the body's recovery begins. Another important principle of Juju is balanced nutrition without fanaticism. And this is probably one of the healthiest approaches, because many people either live in constant restrictions or, on the contrary, they completely forget about food. But the youthfulness of the body is built precisely on an adequate balance. Her diet includes meat, vegetables, and her favorite sweets. And this is a very important point, because when a person tries to live in a regime of eternal prohibitions, it almost always ends in breakdowns and stress. And chronic stress ages you no less than bad food. The body needs proteins for muscles and skin repair. We need fats for hormones. Vegetables are needed for the intestines and normal digestion. But a person also needs emotions and the pleasure of eating. And Juju clearly understands this. A very useful rule is not to build a diet around restrictions. It is better to build it around saturating the body with healthy foods. When there is enough protein, fiber, and normal food in the diet, the craving for constant overeating usually decreases by itself. Another interesting point is that Juju looks stylish, but at the same time natural. She's not trying to look too young, and this is a huge mistake made by many people. When a person starts desperately hiding their age, it often looks unnatural on the contrary. Juju chooses comfortable sportswear, well-groomed, neat style, light makeup, or even a minimum of it. And that's what creates the feeling of freshness. Sometimes youth is not a ton of cosmetics, but rather the absence of visual overload. She uses Care Cosmetics and SPF. And so SPF is literally one of the most underrated anti-aging tools. The sun is one of the main factors of skin aging, pigmentation, wrinkles, loss of elasticity. All this is very strongly associated with ultraviolet radiation. And most importantly, all this is accessible to an ordinary person, without expensive operations, without extreme techniques, without trying to transform into another person. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful.